Turning now to President Biden announcing new tariffs on $18 billion worth of Chinese goods. Imports on EVs, batteries, semiconductors, and other materials made in China will see levies double or triple to as high as 100% in the case of EVs. President Biden also keeping in place $300 billion worth of levies from former President Trump that he had to put on imports from China in 2018 and 2019. So is Biden's decision motivated as much by the upcoming election as it is by U.S.-China relations? Joining us now, we want to bring in our very own Rick Newman, and you're the perfect person to ask. What do you think?
Two things are going on here. So the Biden tariffs, first of all, they're pretty small. They're pretty small relative to what Trump did. And analysts I've been following saying they might be so small that China does not even retaliate against these tariffs, which will be good. So first of all, they do fit with what Biden has been doing his whole term, which is incentivizing the development of certain industries here in the United States, or the redevelopment, if you will, reshoring. And we know what those are. I mean, it's semiconductors. That was the CHIPS Act that he signed in 2022. Electric vehicle technology, green energy, the green energy transition, and all the supply chains that go in that. That was part of the Inflation Reduction Act in 2022. So what Biden's doing now is he's just making it more expensive to import those types of things from China. In pretty minor. I mean, electric vehicles, for example, there are practically no Chinese electric vehicles on sale in the United States at all these days. So the 100% tariff there is meant to keep them out. That's the first thing. Number two, definitely targeted at swing state politics, because that's, these are the key states. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, think about those states. There's a lot of manufacturing there, auto industry and other types of manufacturing. Biden wants to be able to campaign in those states and say, I'm looking out for the workers here. So that's another thing this is about.
And this is kind of in line with some of the work that we saw from former President Trump to a degree. I'm curious which strategy seems to be more effective at winning voters from those candidates.
Who knows? I
Rick,
mean, we'll find out, I guess.
If anyone knows, it's Rick.
I mean, for as much as we geek out on these policies in the news industry,
right.
I mean, there's been some really interesting research showing that people don't have any idea what Biden has actually done in office. They are just tuned out. I mean, people are busy. Some people are working 2 jobs. They're trying to figure out how to, manage the kids, and you guys know the drill, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, so people aren't tuned to, Biden's YouTube channel to figure out what he's doing about Chinese tariffs. So, the real question is, will this break through enough? And we've talked about this already. We'll talk about a lot more in the next 6 months. Yeah. But, this election is going to come down to a really small group of swing voters in probably 5 or 6 swing states. So whatever either one of these candidates can do to win an extra, I mean, we're talking about, 5,000 voters potentially. Yeah. If you can just get a few people from this union shop or that union shop to show up, maybe get their spouses, family members to show up and vote for you, that sort of stuff could swing the election. So that's a big factor in what's going on here.
All right, Rick, thanks so much for breaking all of that down. You are going to be joining me now in just about, actually 2 hours from now. We've got live coverage of President Biden's speech that's coming up at 12:10 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. You won't want to miss that.